Joining us now is Colorado Republican Congressman Ken Buck. Congressman, thanks so much for being with us. 2 days ago, you said that the time for impeachment is when there's evidence linking President Biden to a high crime or misdemeanor. You said, quote, that doesn't exist right now. Do you still feel that way tonight?
I have not seen any evidence that links President Biden to Hunter Biden's activities at this point. I will be getting a briefing later in the week. I'm looking forward to understanding more of what the Oversight Committee has uncovered. But at this point, I have not seen that evidence.
So Speaker McCarthy certainly doesn't have to hold a full House vote to authorize the impeachment inquiry, but he has always said that he would. He said so 2 Fridays ago. Is it clear to you what changed other than, the threat from the Matt Gaetzes?
Yeah, what changed is that he doesn't have the votes, Republican votes, to pass a resolution to open an impeachment inquiry. They have been trying to get those votes. I don't believe they have the votes.
So why is he doing this?
Well, that's a great question. Why is he doing it? The 3 committees, the Oversight Committee, the Judiciary Committee, the Ways and Means Committee, are investigating. And they're investigating Biden's activities. They should be investigating. They're uncovering interesting information. Like I said, they haven't found that link yet to Joe Biden, if it exists. But what Speaker McCarthy is doing is he has President Biden on the one hand, President Trump on the one hand, who is demanding that the House open an impeachment inquiry and begin an impeachment of President Biden. And on the other hand, he has spending bills that are coming up, and he needs the support of members of the Republican conference to help get that continuing resolution passed and appropriations bills.
Yeah, I mean, in your opinion, does this impeachment inquiry take away from focus in the House on government spending and avoiding a shutdown?
I believe it does, and I believe it was a shiny object from the beginning, and I think it was a mistake to start talking about the impeachment inquiry. I think it's a good thing that we aren't voting on it on the floor, because we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to pass a continuing resolution by September 30th and avert a government shutdown.
So by not doing it on the floor, it does allow you to continue on the continuing resolution?
Exactly. It allows us to focus on spending rather than other issues like the impeachment, yes.
So Congressman Gaetz today downplayed what McCarthy has done. He downplayed the impeachment announcement as a baby step, renewed his threat to seek McCarthy's removal if the Speaker doesn't come into what he called immediate total compliance with the, end quote, with the deal that gave him the speakership in the first place. A, do you know what that even means? And do you think McCarthy survives this as Speaker?
I think Kevin McCarthy survives for several reasons. The main one being nobody else wants to be Speaker in this place. But I do think
that's not a great job description there.
No, it's not. I guarantee you won't see Speaker Buck in the same sentence. But I do think that he survives this. It's important that we make sure we get funding for the next year. And Kevin McCarthy is the only person that most Republicans are going to support in that process.
You mentioned this. CNN is reporting that former President Trump spoke today with House GOP conference chair Elise Stefanik about the impeachment strategy. Is he really the one driving this?
I don't know whether he's driving it directly or indirectly. Certainly, as he participates in social media and talks about this on social media, he is driving the activists to call members of Congress and get involved. So whether he called Kevin McCarthy directly or whether he is just sort of getting the troops riled up, I'm not sure which way it happened, but certainly members of Congress are hearing about it.
So what happens now on the spending, on the continuing resolution?
Well, the first thing is we're going to try to pass a few spending bills, appropriations bills this week and next week. So we'd like to get 3 or 4 bills done by the end of next week. And then we'll focus on the continuing resolution the following week. And hopefully by September 30th, we have a deal.
Congressman Buck, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yesterday,